All right, welcome back, everybody. We have another Mode 2 review. We got Geldor. He was a Mattel exclusive that came out maybe like a month or two ago, sometime in the last month and a half. Um, yeah, he's a character design from the original mini comics from way back, like 40 years ago. It's crazy to even think it was that long ago. But he's in a mini comic. And I think I can't remember what he was trying to do, if he's trying to break into Grayskull or there's something, I don't know, weird, something like that. I think we might use Grayskull as a backdrop when we take pictures of him. But he's a great looking character, just another barbarian. I really like these one-off characters like him and Coldar, which was like one of the first Origins exclusives. Just these random one-time characters that kind of keep living on through toys and whatnot, and it's just great to have Geldor on top of the other characters we've got. Just comes in near. He comes in this great slide, back. So if you want to keep the package, you don't have to like rip it apart. You can keep it in the condition you got it in. It has a pretty good card back. This is another thing I like about these slide back backboards. As a lot of them are full, top to bottom, like splash page style, backboards where it's the whole thing. Like you could hang that on a wall. You could put a tack in it, or stick it to the wall with some wax or something. But it's a cool picture, and they got some other random characters. On my light had you can just barely see a character down here. There's a female up there. She looks pretty generic. Like there's not a whole lot to her character design, but cool art. And like I read the mini comic, I already took out the mini comic, and it is, they kind of like humanize him a little bit. It's something about wanting to be with his woman again or something. I don't remember. I read it like when I first got it a month ago, but. I don't like the art to it. Actually, we should probably take it out of the package and look at we can look at the outside of the comic and talk about that. All right, great looking character. That upper chest piece, I believe, that's all new. I don't know if we've even got an axe that connects like that. Like all the other axes we've had, the handles don't you can't put them together like that. I think it's the first time we've seen that. Even his cod piece, we might have had that before, but the leg pieces seem new. It's just a great looking character, and they really figured out like the face sculpts, and it really like shines with the cartoon, the Filmation series. But this character especially, man, that head, the face, everything else looks so nice and detailed and molded, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a nice looking character. I think I mentioned the comic before. That's what we were talking about last. Not a fan of the comic art, like at all. Like I don't. It's very cartoony, and I don't mean to insult, whoever the artist is or anything. Like it is good art. It's just not what I would want out of a mini comic. It's got to look like the vintage comics is what I'd rather have, but whatever, at least they give us a comic. Most action figures don't give you a comic with your with your action figures when you order them, so can't complain too much. Again, great character. Can't wait to get in front of the camera. I believe he's going to end up teaming up with Coldar. That'll be fun, and then maybe we'll get Grayskull in the backdrop, so let's go to that. All right, so here we have our first shot of him taking on one of the masters, and it being Rock-On. I don't know. He just kind of barreling into him, taking him down, got his axe up. I threw in the three characters in back. I should have probably posed them a little bit better. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. Got a lot of color to it, some green. I do need to maybe get it a little bit brighter. I have new lights coming tomorrow. Actually, I'm really excited to upgrade some lights that are not on batteries for once. I'm tired of dealing with batteries for my main lights. It's fine for the colored lights, but for my main white lights, it stinks having to. You can't leave them on for 10 minutes while you're putting the finishing touches on pictures. You have to conserve battery and then charge them between pictures or whenever you have breaks, which kind of stinks. But enough of that. Yeah, we just got Rock-On getting taken down. Some of the other masters in the background. I think we'll get them into the mix here and do some fun stuff with those other characters. Just have them take down a bunch of the masters. Let's go to the next picture. All right, so we got another cool picture. This turned out pretty good, I think, of Geldor just beating the snot out of some of the masters. We got him picking up Ram Man and throwing him into Roboto, crushing Roboto with him. Roboto has a misfire. That's a mini mate attachment on the gun for Roboto. We got Fisto in the background ready to step up. And him just kind of wiping the floor with these guys. Put an effect on there. I got these lights. I got this light here pointing at that effect to keep it lit up. I have this here to try to at least get a light inside Ram Man hitting Roboto himself, just to kind of get that easier to see. It got kind of dark originally when I started this picture, but it turned out pretty good. Castle Grayskull in the background. Yeah, not much else. Let's go to another picture. All right, so we basically have this top view picture of the Masters, having him surrounded and ready to pummel him, hold him down, do whatever they got to do to stop him, and he's still fighting him off. I think what's going to happen is we are going to have a pretty cool shot of him having them all laying on the ground, defeated next. But to get him to look up like he is now, I had to pop off his head. And just kind of tack it on there. These, like I said before, I don't know if it was this video, but I've said before, there's not a lot of articulation in these figures. You don't got a whole lot to work with, considering their range is pretty narrow. But you can make it work. I've gotten plenty of amazing pictures from these guys. So, and this one I really like too. So, let's go to one more picture before we finish this video out. All right, so final shot, we basically have him standing over the Masters. We actually got a good shot of Grayskull back there for once, too. But just basically having them collapsed, in front of him, getting both those axes in his arms. These barbarian characters always look so much better that way. I can't wait to put him next to Geldor on a shelf and get, yet another weird one-off side character. I think Geldor was from the animated. I think he's like in one episode of the animated series or the Filmation series. But yeah, great to have another one. I think it really fits the theme. I just really love all these odd characters they throw in for us before they finally finish out. I really wish they'd finish out the vintage series. At least the classic vintage, so I don't ever have to worry about getting them all. I have to get those last, the vintage too bad. And the vintage Rio Blast, and then I think there's a couple more that need to be completed. Modulok is on the way, so I'm not too worried about that. People are getting him, but yeah, they can still give us all these side characters, these cool side characters. So anyways, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Check out the description of the video for my Instagram and Facebook page, and we'll see you at the next video. Bye now.